Hello, everyone. I know it's not Steph and Joel. You get me tonight. For those of you who don't know, I am Laura. I am Joel and Steph's assistant. They are traveling at the moment, so you get me. And we have an awesome guest tonight. Hope you're all excited. This is going to be tons of information, so get your notes ready. I'm going to pass it over to our guest, let her introduce herself, and share a little bit of her story to get us started. She should be able to mute herself.
I can. Hi, guys. How's everybody doing? It's Monday, and let me tell you, it feels like a freaking Monday for me. It has been so crazy, but just going to introduce myself for those of you who don't know who I am. My name's Ariane. My name's difficult to say, so you can call me Ari if you want to. And I've been with the business for 4.5 years. I joined my daughter just turned 1. I was working 60 hours a week, just crazy hours. I was driving an hour to work, an hour home, and it was just nuts. But I was still living, paycheck to paycheck. And so I needed that extra income. And with having my daughter, I didn't necessarily have the option to go get a full-time or a part-time job on the weekends, right? Because I was already missing out on all of that time with her, with the hours that I was working. And about 6 months into the business, she got really sick. She had RSV, bronchitis, pneumonia, all in. I feel like I have lipstick on my teeth. Sorry, guys. She had all of that within her first month, and we ended up taking her to the doctor and finding out that she couldn't hear properly. And so on top of having to work all those crazy hours, I was a new mom. I didn't have any paid time off. I used all my maternity leave. I used all my paid time off for my maternity leave. So I didn't have that. So I was having to leave work unpaid to take her to doctor appointments, to the emergency room, to meet with the ENTs, the surgeons, all of the things for her to have surgery. And we ended up having 2 of those surgeries. She can hear, all's good there. And about 2 months after she had her second surgery, my boss had called me. I'd actually not gone to work that day. I can't remember why, but I was not at work. She had called me at home, and they fired me from my full-time job because I just was missing too much work, and it was all unpaid. And they just apparently were upset with me. So they fired me the end of November, right before Christmas. I had just gone diamond. The month prior to that, I went diamond in October, and then I was fired in November. And I simply just made the decision, guys, that I didn't want to go back to corporate America. I had saw what the company could do, the income that I could earn with this. And so I just put my head down. I was late on an electric bill to pay for conference. And I went to conference that February, and I promoted to double diamond that same month. And 2.5 years later, we went triple just last year, finally. And so that's just a little bit about me. So I've been home full time for like 3.5 years now, been doing this. So, just moral of that story, you guys, is, don't give up, because for me, pushing for triple for 2.5 years, it could be tiring. It was, discouraging at times too, but you just got to keep pushing and good things will come. So that's just a little bit about me.
No, that's so true. I love it. You just can't ever give up. You never know what's going to change and when. So let's just get down to business. I know what everybody wants to know about is how you got your bonus so fast. You've already done it. You knocked it out of the park. So how long did it take you from when it started to when you earned it? About how long did it take?
So I don't know the exact numbers, but I know it was less than 30 days. I think I got it within the first 3 weeks.
Awesome. So what did you do? Like what steps did you take to make sure you knocked it out of the park that fast?
Okay. So to be honest with you, and I actually have this down where I want to show you guys. Can I change that to, okay. Can you guys still see me? Okay. Sometimes I don't like looking at my face, and I like looking at all of you guys. So to be honest with you guys, it was just me being intentional with my business, being consistent, and just putting in that work for Christmas cash alone was what plummeted this to come so quickly for this new bonus. And that's something that I've always spoke on to other people is, the don't wish that you had done something, be glad that you did. And I say that because, and I'm going to show you guys, all of my customers right now for this month, it obviously, I earned the other one a couple weeks ago. But anyway, so all of these customers that I've signed, I'm at 19 loyal customers and 1 distributor so far for this month. And all of those customers, you guys, I kid you not, are from Host to Post back from September. Okay. And it's just crazy to me because like I am doing all of the things every single day, and I will get into like what my schedule looks like for you guys just to give you an idea. But I wanted to show you guys, this is my planner. Okay. I have a teacher planner. It is a brand new year. If you guys do not have a planner, a brand new notebook and pens and highlighters and all of the things, you need to go get them. If you're not a paper and pen person, figure it out on whatever it's called, on your iPad. I forget, GoodNotes or something. But anyway, so this is from September, and I want to just show you guys all of this work. These I write down all of my Host to Post. So all of the people that I ask to Host to Post for me and they say yes, I write them down. And then once they actually post for me, I will highlight them. Okay. And so these on this side is that. And then on the other side is my potentials. So anybody that they've accepted my friend request and I've sent them a message, their name's getting written down. Whether or not they leave me on red or they don't respond, I'm going to put them here because I do my follow-ups. I incorporate that into my every single day. Maybe you don't, maybe you save them for Friday, but seeing it in front of you like this, I can knock this out. I can knock this list out right there. And I don't have to search on my messenger. I don't have to go back through my Host to Post, which I do that. And again, I'll go over that, but these are all my potentials that I had from September, and they're just now signing. And so I think that what it was just me being so intentional and running so fast for Christmas cash that it set me up. And so obviously I'm not going to slow down. I'm still putting in the work today for whether or not the people want to sign up today, or if they want to sign up next week, or if they want to sign up 3 months from now. I'm knowing that I'm putting in the work now, and eventually, it is going to pay off. And so how I'm doing that, you guys, is really just Host to Post. And you guys are probably going to hear I'm under Rachel Jones. So we live, eat, breathe, sleep, Host to Post. Okay. That's just our jam. And to be honest with you guys, when I first joined, I didn't necessarily start out right off the gate, or right at the gates. I kind of was just slow. I was like, I need an extra $200 a month. Like, whatever, this is cool. I'm making that. I don't need to do anything. And all that stuff happened with my daughter. And I just made the decision to go all in. But anyways, side note, Host to Post is everything that we've ever known. Okay. And I will say that almost every single person that is on my friends list that has either ordered from me, whether or not they've commented on one of my posts or not, have come from Host to Post. It's how I build my network. It's how I get my customers. It's how I get my distributors. It's how I bring people in. And what's really cool about it is I am cleanse Host to Post all the way. Okay. It's never let me down. And so I am always doing the cleanse Host to Post. Okay. But I did a gummies post the other day, I believe, and it has like over 100 comments on it. And all of those people that commented on it, not every single one of them, but for the majority of them are from my cleanse Host to Post back in September. And so I've got them with 2 products. Okay. And it's funny because Chelsea was just talking about this earlier today, and I just was eye-opening to me is it's the new year, right? Everybody is wanting to lose weight, or they're setting goals for themselves. And so the cleanse is great and I love it. I do it every single month. I show myself using the products, but why not get them more than one product in their hand, right? Because at the end of the day, yes, we want the BV. We want the higher BV. They just changed the new bonuses to 240 GV, right? So we want the BV, but we also want our customers to be happy. And so why not get more than one product in their hand? right? And so by them commenting on the gummies post, then I'm reaching out to them. I'm giving them the information on the gummies post, but then that's popping back into their messenger that, oh yeah, I talked to her about the cleanse. And I do recommend that to them. And I'm saying, I do recommend that you should start with a cleanse and add these gummies. Okay. And so I'm getting them for 2 products. Some of them are getting started on the 14 Easy because I'm talking about it on my stories. But at the end of the day, you guys, it's host to post, and utilizing your host to post in the best way that you can is to remember that it's kind of like when somebody comments on something, that comment's always going to be there, right? Like if they go to your page, that comment's always going to be there. So if you're doing other things, it's okay to go back to it. Well, it's the same thing with our host to post. You get a host to post up, it doesn't get any comments. Okay, go bump it. What I like to do every single morning after I go through my friends list, which I'll go into that, is I go back through, I save all of my host to post to a collection. And for me, I save them by the month and the which host to post it is. So like right now I have January cleanse, January gummies, January distributor, and stuff like that. So I know when I'm going through my follow-ups, I'm just going to knock out all of my cleanse. I'm going to go back through my host to post and my cleanse. I'm going to drop 2 or 3 before and afters in the comments. Okay. And this has been a game changer for me because it's not only showing the people that maybe they just scrolled past it, they just saw this pretty drink and they're like, cool, whatever. And they didn't actually read it. They're going to see the bellies. Okay. And that's something that sometimes that we lose sight of, that we don't always do because we don't want a bunch of bellies on our personal page. But I'm telling you guys, results are what sell. Okay. And so I go back through and I put the before and afters in there, and it's going to boost that post back up to the top of their newsfeed, because even though they're not in network marketing, they still have a Facebook algorithm as well. And I think sometimes that we kind of forget that, and just knowing that like their time that they posted for you, maybe that was a good time for your network because that's when you were active, but it doesn't necessarily mean that their network is active. And so by you going back through, dropping those before and afters, you're kind of hitting all of those marks there. And then there was something else I was going to say. And then when I'm responding to the comments, when I'm adding them as a friend, waiting for them to accept it and sending them the information, when I send the product information, I'm sending those before and afters with it. So I'm sending the, hey, I saw you commented on my cleanse post, yada, 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 sending all of the info. I'm sending 3 before and afters right below it. And it's actually kind of cool. Like when you send them as a 3, it lines them all the way up underneath of it. So it actually kind of looks pretty, looks clean. And I'm all for that. But either way, again, so even if you had dropped the before and afters in the comments, they're seeing it again, and it's getting them more intrigued and getting you at least to the pricing. Okay. So really it's just been host post, and same with the distributor host to post, you guys. I don't know if you guys do this, and I can put in the chat here which one that I use, but it's super simple. I don't use a picture, and it's just, is anybody looking for I don't even remember what it says, but it's super simple. And then what I'm doing with this to get people to text me instead of just commenting on the post is I'm in the comments, I'm putting, hey, I'm super excited to get to know you. Send me a text saying I'm ready or opportunity. And then I'm putting my phone number in the comments. Okay. And typically with my host to post, I'm waiting a couple hours to even touch them to kind of let them marinate a little bit. But with the distributor ones, I'm going right to it and I'm putting that in the comments right away, and I'm getting text messages. And this is a good way too, you guys, especially if you have a blow up on a giveaway host to post, or you have a blow up on a product host to post, you're not going to get blocked. Or if for some reason, because Facebook likes to block me sometimes, I at least have my potentials texting me. And so I don't have to shut my business off for the day or go on TikTok and scroll for hours, right? So, and I just like that I have them in 2 separate places. So I know I can go to my Facebook and I can search and I can search, or I can have them, obviously I have them written down, but whatever I'm doing for my follow-ups, I have all my product follow-ups in my messenger, and I have all my potential distributors in my phone. And it's kind of, I think, just a little bit more personable. If you ask me, you're giving them your phone number, they're going to trust you a little bit more instead of just commenting on some stranger's Facebook. Okay. So there's that. I don't know if you need to stop and ask me anything, or if you want me to just keep going.
You can just keep going. I was just going to ask you, kind of let into it a little bit about your consistency. Like, what does your day look like? What's your schedule? I know you don't have to spend all day on your phone. You spend time with your daughter too. So what's your schedule every day?
So it was a little bit different because of the holiday. And with my daughter being on Christmas break, it was a little bit easier for me to get stuff done. So I was waking up at 6:00 a.m. Okay, because I knew she wasn't going to be up until about 8. And I knew that if I woke up, I had that 2 hours of intentional time to work my business. And what I do, I am a paper and pen person. Okay, so anytime you're going to talk to me, it's all paper and pen. Everything's printed out. Highlighters are my best friend. But I have my friends list printed. Okay. And it's always printed. I print it, a new one at the beginning of every single month. You don't have to do that, but my friends list is also my best friend. And I know that between my follow-ups, and I do 2 pages of my friends list before I even start my day, it's going to take me a little bit more than an hour to do all of that. And so I was waking up a couple hours earlier before I knew my daughter was going to be up. I do 2 pages of my friends list, and I just send them a message asking them to host a post for me, whatever message that you guys are using, or whatever message you want to use. And I go through and I'm removing people. I'm highlighting the people that I've messaged. And this is also a good way for the people that maybe fell through the cracks for your follow-ups. So I'm doing that. And then I'm going back through and doing like what I was talking about with my host a post. Then I go back to my collections and I go back through my products. I drop the before and afters. I make sure that everybody's accepted my friend request. And with that, I have a 3-day rule with the comments. And if you do something different with it, then that's fine. But I'm just going to share with you what I do. So I add them as a friend. I reply to the comment and I say, hey, I sent you a friend request. Once you accept, I'll send over more info. Okay. And I switch that up with each comment just because you don't want to look like a bot and you don't want to get blocked. And then, so day 2, I go back to that host a post. I go follow up. I make sure that everybody's added me. I've messaged everybody that's added me. If they still haven't added me as a friend, I'm going to give them a little bit of a nudge in the comments and say, hey, don't forget to accept my friend request for more info. Then day 3, I wake up, I go back through them. And if they haven't accepted my friend request by day 3, I'm unsending that friend request. And then I'm hiding that comment. So if you hold down on the screen on the comment, you can hide it so that you already know, like, you sent them the friend request, you tried, they didn't accept it for whatever reason. And then that way you guys aren't keeping your pending friend requests huge. Okay. Because that is something that you should all be doing, as well as making sure that you're removing your pending friend requests at least every single week, because this is not only going to help you from making Facebook not flag you as a bot, but it's also going to help with your algorithm. Believe it or not, if you have a ton of pending friend requests in your request, you're not going to get as much interaction on your page. And so by clearing this out every single week, you are going to continue to see that interaction. And what's nice about it, you guys, is you can see when you sent that friend request on there, when you go back through to delete them. And it tells you if it was from 3 weeks ago, 24 hours ago, 17 hours ago, whenever it is. And so when you're clearing them out, you don't have to worry about removing the people that you added as a friend the day before. So anyways, so I do that. And then I go back through this list of my host a post and I go to the people that are not highlighted and I send them a message, and I can actually put that in here because I know that's on I'm an Android person. And so this iPad thing with the text replacement is goofy for me. Okay. And I just send them that and I say, hey, I didn't see your post yet. And that's going to either, at the end of the day, you guys, people are busy. They're human. You probably caught them running out the door or about to give their kids a bath or on their lunch break or whatever it is. And they're not intentionally trying to ignore you. Okay. They more times than most, they opened it and then just closed it and was like, I'll do it later. And then they don't because they're not on their phones like we are. And so I go back through and I make sure that I message them. Now, what I do with my friends list, you guys, is I'm getting at least 5 giveaway host to posts up every single day. So, and it doesn't matter how many people respond. Like I will go through an entire sheet and say there's 60 people on my sheet and I send 60 messages. Every single one of them is getting a giveaway host to post from me until I get 5 of them to confirm that they've put it up. And so if that means that I have 15 giveaway host to post up that day, then so be it. But every single person is going to get a giveaway host to post from me to put up on their wall until I have 5 confirmed, because I want to make sure that I have every single day at least 5 giveaway host to post up, because I'm constantly wanting to be bringing in new people, and that's going to keep you busy because like I said before, the comments are always going to be there. When people comment on these giveaway host to posts and they may blow up and you may feel overwhelmed for a second, the comments are always going to be there. So go through, add 10 people, message them, and then wait a little bit, go back, comment the next group of 10, however it is that you want to do it. But by consistently doing that every single day, you are going to be bringing new people into your network. And with you staying consistent about your posting and in your stories and all of that, those people are coming into your network. Your page is your storefront. They're coming to window shop because we all know when we add them, they are going straight to our page to see who we are. Who is this person that sent me a friend request? Right. And so, and if I were to go to your page and I were to see that it's taking me at least 5 or 6 one of these to even see who you are as a person, what you're doing, anything like that, then I'm going to leave your page and be like, I don't know this person. But if you are consistently posting about the products and you added them from a product post, they're going to see that, right? Or about the business or about yourself. Make people enjoy coming to your page. So that's what I do every single day. Now that my daughter's back in school, I know I only have an hour, because even if I'm still getting up at 6, but she has to get up and get ready for school by 7. She's 5. So we're a little bit slow. Okay. And so I have to be there to help her to make sure she's doing all of the things. So now I know I have an hour before she gets ready for school. And then after I drop her off at school, I have an hour after that I sit down and I take that time to finish whatever it is that I didn't have time to do, whether it was another sheet of my friends list or my follow-ups or whatever it is. And you guys, maybe you might not have time to do this right away in the morning, but you can find times throughout the day to fit it into the nooks and crannies. But I will say, if you can even find at least 10, 15 minutes in the morning to go send 35 messages in a cluster. I know we've all talked about that before. If you have time in the morning to send a cluster of messages before you walk out the door, do it. Because that is when you're going to see, people might not message you right away, but your messages are going to trickle in throughout the day. And then you're going to feel like you're keep on moving. You're going to feel like you're still doing stuff. Let me see. Let me make sure I have my notes too. So, setting and doing that, follow-ups. Yeah. And you guys just being loud about everything. So I make sure that I'm posting consistently in my stories every single day. And that's a non-negotiable. And if you feel like you are having a bad day, then, one day that you're having a good day, go take pictures, take videos, do some boomerangs and save them, because at the end of the day, these people, they might not know that if you're making your coffee every single morning, I've done it. I drink my celery juice every single morning, but I don't always take a video of me doing it, but I have them saved so that I can still post them to show people that I'm still being consistent with it, but I just didn't feel like making a video that day. And so that is just a non-negotiable for me, is always mentioning a product, the business, and something about your life every single day. And yeah, so that's my day. What else?
Okay. I love that you talked about, saving those days, because we all have those days. We don't want to get ourselves put together. We have our day, but if you have those saved, you have the content ready. It's always there for you, no matter what's going on. You mentioned that everyone's coming from your host to post from months ago. What are you saying that you're talking to them about to get the conversation going again?
So most of them commented on my gummy post from my wall. But there are some follow-ups and stuff that I send, but for the most part, what most of them came from that post. But what I like to do is when I'm going through my friends list and I'm sending them, hey, whatever you want to do, a post for me. And I know I said that about the giveaway host a post, but if I see that they've left me on red and they either, whether it's the pricing or if it's just the last thing I see is the before and afters, I'm giving them that post. So if they were interested in the gummies, if they were interested in the cleanse, whatever it is that they were interested in, I'm going to give them that same host to post for the product that they were interested in, simply because more times than most, it's not necessarily I don't have money thing. It's they're nervous, they're skeptical, they don't know. First of all, they don't know us, so whatever. But by doing this, I've had so many people say to me, oh yeah, that's right, I need to order that from you. And then that's getting me back into the conversation with them too. And I'm just simply being like, that's great, I'm running the same deal as last time, when can we get you started? And the biggest thing, you guys, with customers is to not overthink it and just assuming the sale. Every single person that you're in conversation with, when you're talking to them, your confidence is what is going to seal the deal with them. So assuming that sale with them, assume that they're already ready to go. And so I'm always ending it with a question, I guess, but a question as in okay, here's the pricing. When's the soonest that you can start? Or with the cleanse and with the before and afters, leaving with a question of, would this be something that would help you? And so it's making them have to have a conversation with you because you asked them a question, if that makes sense.
Totally does. I love all the before and after photos. Totally going to use that, sending them right away. I think that's gone over everything. You hit all the questions I had written down before I even asked them, so that's awesome. And you shared so many good tips. And I just love your consistency. That's the name of the game. And if you guys don't know how to print your friends list, we're going to post it in our team page, and I'm sure you guys can do the same. So everyone can know how to do that. It's super simple, and it's such a big tool because sometimes just scrolling through names is so hard. So yes, pen and paper, I'm the same way. Planners everywhere. So thank you so much for jumping on with us tonight and sharing all your wisdom. Is there anything else you want to add before we get off?
Just make the decision, guys. Just make the decision that whether or not it's you want to complete the bonus, or you just want to complete a 4-in-1, or you want to complete a cycle, whatever it is that you have decided, you have to just make that decision. And don't just say, I want to earn this. I want to earn this cash. I want to earn this bonus, whatever it is. Make the decision and then go to work and do it. And just, writing everything down, just keeping track for yourself. It's going to seem tedious at first, but I promise, having something in front of you, I talked about this on our team Zoom last night, is having something in front of you to either check off, or your dream board. My dream board's right here. Whatever it is, if you see it in front of you, you're gonna complete it. So
yes, it might seem tedious at first, but then it would just become second nature once you're used to writing everything down. It just, you're like, oh yeah, I have to do that next. So, well, thank you again. I hope you guys have a great week, and we will see you next week. Joel and Steph should be back. So have a great week, everybody.